All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to get really excited about this one today because I've been following all sorts of things for a whole matter of time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the History Station podcast. As you know, I'm Driscoll Thistledoor, and today we are joined by Lieutenant Tom Cobalt, former U.S. Navy. Tom Cobalt, thank you so much for joining us today. And today I really wanted to talk about your brand new book, Under and Above Beneath the Secrets. And it was one of those books that I read, it was so eye-opening to me. I was hoping you could start with the U.S. Navy experience and be recruited into Arkburn 7, the secret program.
Yes, I was in the Navy for about 4 or 5 years, and at the end of my time, my captain came up to me and asked if I would like to move on to a more secretive project at the time.
How did you feel about that, Tom? Did you have a speculation as to what that could have been?
I did not know anything about the project, but I was fairly excited to be able to go into something else and to be given more responsibility.
That's fantastic. And then they moved you over there. And at what point did they tell you really what you were going to be doing?
I went into about a 2-week very intensive information and security clearance class, and then I was on a plane getting ready to go to Nevada.
And then they bring you to the bottom of this Area 51, and can you describe for our viewers what that experience was like, being in there in the cage cells and all whatnot?
One word, unworldly, to be perfectly honest. Nothing below level 3 is of this world. We're talking about creatures, some as small as an atom, and some as large as a city trash truck. As you can imagine, these unworldly creatures do not usually replicate shapes that we have here on Earth. So if you could take a dectagram and maybe put it in a 5th or 6th dimension, that is how they usually describe it on paperwork. But the most impressive thing with all of this were the tubes and the intravenous equipment being put into this alien creature.
When you talk about putting intravenous tubes inside of a dectatroid, now how does that work if there's not per se something physical that you can insert or manangle with?
What they usually do is they have to sedate the creature. Anesthesia, human anesthesia, doesn't necessarily work. You can't use horse tranquilizers or elephant tranquilizers either. What they do is they actually put on music, and the music, the hertz in which some of this music is played at, actually makes the alien fall asleep or fall into a moment of hypnosis.
And courtesy of Winhouse Publishing, we have one of those audio files we're going to play for you right now. Well, now that was really something there. And I assume that when you were in your book, you mentioned about this species that's got this large cylindrical sort of neck, and it has these feline eyes and these tentacle feet. And now you were saying that you felt some sort of a connection with that species in particular, the Armatodon, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, correct. The Armatodon. They were peaceful. They were wholesome. As soon as I looked into the eyes of the first Ramadan, I immediately felt oneness. It gives me hope that every living creature within the universe is actually connected into one thing, which hopefully we here on Earth could experience one day. But according to the Zipzorps, we are not due for that for many thousands of years.
And speaking of connections, there was another alien you mentioned in your book that had so many arms that it was able to stretch out and literally physically touch every other alien and all the other alien cage cells at that time. Now, you said that it was grabbing your kneecaps a whole bunch, and what was that about?
I believe once again, that oneness feeling. This is just a connectedness that they're trying to provide, and it seems like a humor or just general tomfoolery is really the thing that brings these ones together.
Now, I remember reading in Brett Forrester's book that he talks about the kneecap phenomenon, because there's other extraterrestrial creatures that they reach out to the kneecaps trying to scrape away all the excess fluoride that is stored in the kneecaps.
Yes, teeth, dental hygiene is actually across the universe.
And what we don't get is that a lot of that has to do with the kneecaps.
Yes, correct. But it also deals with the fluoride that is inside of the dental hygiene products that we also have here too. The ADA also pushes that agenda as well. And
Same thing with tetanus shots.
Exactly. But it's the fluoride, and the fluoride is what's controlling all of these beings.
Well, former Lieutenant Tom Caldwell, thank you so much for joining us on our program today. If you would like any products from our website, you can go to historystation.com, but of course don't use the actual internet to go there, because the government's going to be tracking you, as we all found out. So, so happy to have had you on this program today.
Thank you very much.
And I think that it will be great to get another interview with you sometime, and we can share our collective stories of more of these creatures.
Sounds great. Thank you.
It's kind of that connection they speak of, isn't it?
Turn off your television.